My face just attracts expensive. Hi to those choosing to watch my video. As you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be doing a get ready with me, my everyday look, darker version, which is this look right here. Also, I do some shorts on YouTube as well as TikToks that are shorter versions of me doing my makeup. I like to do a lot of recreating celebs or even influencer makeups, any makeup looks that are trending, even just challenging myself. I haven't done too much though, but if you do want to see those type of videos, make sure to follow my TikTok and look at my shorts on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. We gotta support our small content creators. Yeah, this is the look that we are going to be doing today. Enough yapping. Let's get into the makeup tutorial. Do I want to go froggy route or princess route? So that's what that would look like. So lately, this is what I've been using for my base. I have a good amount of different primers, but the Bobbi Brown one always works the best for my skin. I do have dry skin. I get eczema. Okay, so like, I don't have oily skin. I got dry skin. These two are going to be my base. I actually am going to the movie theaters with my sister later tonight, so this makeup has to look good because it's not like I'm just doing it and taking videos of myself and pictures and then staying home to take it off. I actually have things to do for a change, so let's hope my makeups today. I tend to stop doing my makeup and just yap, so I'm gonna try my best to multitask. Be very careful with how much I put on my face though, because it can get a little too oily. Let's let this sit for like a second or two. But as I was saying, I'm going to the movies with my sister later, and we're gonna be watching that movie that's about vampires. It has Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld. Wait, is that how you pronounce her last name? All I know is she's the voice of Vi in Arcane.
I hope I was worth your time.
I've already seen some edits, and I'm trying not to get spoiled, but I guess a lot of people are saying that it's good. And that she's a freaksta.
What do you mean by that?
So we're gonna find out tonight. And we are going to the gas station before we go to the movie theaters because they be making that candy expensive. Girl, since I was little, going with my family members, like my mom, my grandparents, we would always bring our own little snacks in them big ass purses. Okay? We going cheap. Point is that I am leaving the house. I know some people let their base stay on their face for like 5 minutes or so. But for me, I've noticed for my skin, I only do like a minute or two and then put my concealer on because that's just what works best for me and everything blending out. Honestly, my everyday makeup, even with eyeliner, it probably takes no more than like 30 minutes.
You know you have 30 minutes?
Are you kidding me?
30 minutes?
But if I'm yapping and stuff, we're probably gonna be here for longer unless I edit it and cut a lot out. As you can tell, I am a travel size girly. And that's because I'm broke, okay? Because even travel size are like $20 now. You know, we're not all fortunate enough to get PR every day to the point where we have a whole room dedicated to PR where you pretty much have an entire Sephora store in your room. So I have to literally use every single last drop until I can go and afford getting a new one. And I got put onto this Yenza concealer. It's like a silk serum. Girl, let me tell you, my face loves silk serum. And of course the concealer that I want, getting outside of Ipsy, expensive. My face just attracts expensive. They're forgetting to do foundation. Like, that's not entirely true. Okay? This works for me, as cliche as it sounds. Your face is a canvas. You're the artist, you do whatever you want to do. Okay, there's no right or wrong way, technically. Go in with a brush, but I do finish it off with a beauty blender. It's getting warmer out. Your girl needs to get a different shade. Well, not just yet, because I'm still pale, but once I start tanning, I will have to get a different shade. It's actually so interesting though, seeing how other people do their makeup and everyone doing their makeup in different orders. It's so interesting, because it's like some people like to do their eyes first or their eyebrows, and some people like doing their base. I think for a while though I was doing my eyebrows first, but now I kind of do my base a little bit first and then my eyebrow. Usually put it right here when I blend it in. To freaking push my headband back to actually get it on my freaking forehead. Also, since it's getting warmer out, I'm getting real and raw with you guys, but I mean, I made a short about it on YouTube and on TikTok I made a video. I have been going through a new body change with my hormones. I got a little bit of a random weight gain, which I do think is hormones, and I am experiencing stretch marks. Like, yeah, I've had a few around like my butt area. Like, this was a lot for me to take in, and I can't lie, it was really upsetting for me, even though it's natural to have stretch marks. Like, you can't get rid of them, but like when they're first coming in and new, they're gonna be bright and red, so that's what's very off-putting about it. And it just made me really emotional, because it's like I know they're gonna be there for the rest of my life, and it's just like a lot. It's in my inner thighs and all the way down to like the top of my calves. Some people are just more likely to have them than others. I really had stretch marks like that, and then I got them all on my legs and even TMI, but some of my boobs, and it's just, you know, I've just been struggling to accept that. Although I'm looking forward to the warmer weather in summer, because seasonal depression is almost out of me for this year. There's just this new addition to my body now that I'm not quite ready for, and obviously I can't be wearing pants all summer. Like, girl, I have style. Thinking about having to see them, it's been, you know, I've been pretty conflicted about it, and I'm still trying to fully embrace them and accept them. Obviously a lot of people tell you, oh, you're beautiful, like they're natural, but you know, people can only say so much, but it really won't, you know, like it's the thought that counts, but it really won't do much if you aren't thinking that about yourself. I just wanted to speak on this because it's just been something that's been really making me a bit more insecure, and that's why I haven't really been posting much online, honestly, because of that. Not that I would like post a lot anyways with like my legs, but like, you know, it has been making me feel a little insecure lately, and it sucks. But I just want everyone to know that you aren't alone if you're going through this too, or have already. We're beautiful, they don't define us, and they eventually fade. Just keep lotioning and putting your cocoa butter on, and it'll help them heal faster. I actually half the time just use my finger for. I very much had eyebrow blindness, but you had to go through those stages. To be fair, when I was doing my makeup around that age, boxy brows were in. Like, y'all let me outside of the house. And why did I have people hitting on me and everything at such a young age? And versus now, as I'm grown, I don't. Not that I want it, but I have a man now, so. But even if I didn't, like, I don't care for that anymore. Thank God. What do you mean at this grown age, outside of high school, you still seek male validation? Stay away from me. Ew. I kind of already have like a natural highlight, even before putting any makeup on, like a highlighted spot on the tip of my nose. I don't know why that is. I don't know if everyone has that. Excuse me. Now we're gonna put this old ass highlighter that probably is expired at this point on my nose. And just put some here, right here. Can I tell you guys a funny story? So I'm making, hopefully my boyfriend doesn't watch my videos because this is probably gonna come out before 1 year. But so I'm making a scrapbook for my boyfriend and I's 1 year. And tell me how I was trying to get it done by April 19th because I thought that was our 1 year. I for some reason got mixed up at some point, even though we started taking Polaroids each month until our 1 year. So it's like, how, you know, like, I don't know, okay? A lot goes through my head. But somehow I got it mixed up, and so I kept saying it, so then he thought it was that too, right? Because he's a man. Like, if I tell him something, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, you're right. As he should. So I was like, oh my god, like, you know, our 1 year's coming up, da-da-da. And I'm trying to get it done, and mind you, this is like 2 days before, and I'm still working on it. Thankfully, I caught on quickly before everything was permanent on my scrapbook. And I realized that our 1 year is May 19th. Mind you, we're like all excited. We think it's like 2 days away. And I'm like, oh, bye-bye. Like, our 1 year is actually next month. Because our first month Polaroid was taken in June. I'm like, how could I forget something like that? I actually was so mad at myself because I'm like,
Stop me! Stop!
girl, like, you have such great memory, but that you got mixed up on, and I felt really shitty, but I was just like, okay, at least that gives me a little bit more time to actually perfect this scrapbook. This is the most serious relationship I've ever been in, and it's so scary to think about, but like, he literally treats me as people should in relationships, and it definitely was something I had to adjust to, because I'm like, oh, I'm just used to emotionally unavailable men, and then I start to realize, although I'm emotionally available, but damn, did I have a shield up that I didn't even realize I had until I met someone that was good for me. Your girl is very much cuffed and in a happy, secure relationship, so don't even try to say otherwise. I do use a Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Freckle for this makeup look. I do have other blushes, but that one has kind of been my go-to, especially with this look. I finally embraced my natural eyebrow shape. I used the Morphe eyebrow pencil in the shade Cold Brew. I actually don't do that much filling, because either way concealer does a lot of shaping, even though I'm not trying to do too much shaping. I really only just do the under part of my eyebrow here. Still go with like the same shape of my eyebrow. I still can somehow have a bad eyebrow day, and that is really what determines if I have a good makeup day or not, is my eyebrows. So you might have to just watch me do this. And that's all we do. But once you do concealer, it looks a lot more clean. My eyebrows are never twins, they're sisters, okay? But I see so many cute stools, but even like these dainty ass stools are like $50 to $100. I'm like, girl, I'm about to just build my own at that point. We conceal and hope that they look similar. The moment of truth, which I'm running low on concealer, so this is going to be interesting.
A few moments later.
Sometimes I do that unibrow connect situation. Other times it's not necessary, but a lot of my makeup videos I do like to post on my TikTok because they're shorter versions and I don't ever talk, so I just only have to focus on doing my makeup. Do trendy looks and recreating people's makeup looks, so if you want to watch those, definitely follow my TikTok. Although there will be some random ass videos that I post throughout my TikTok. It's not just makeup videos, but I want to see shorter versions and whatnot. My TikTok is where to be. I do think people should start doing fun, colorful eye looks, because I started doing them and I do have to do more. It's just like, you know, life has been getting in the way, so I haven't really been posting like that. But yeah, I'm like, that's why all these makeup videos aren't doing so great for people, because it's just the same thing. I want to see you doing your everyday makeup for every single video and claiming that it's like a different makeup look. No, get fun. That's why I appreciate the makeup people who actually do shit like that, because they actually put hours into their makeup looks and editing on top of that. Also, is the lighting okay, guys? Is the lighting okay? This one I'm gonna have to do multiple times. This one always ends up looking thicker. So I don't know if you'll pick up on my dog snoring in the background, but Malachi is attached to me versus Suki. She doesn't give a shit about me. So whenever I'm recording, he's most likely in the room with me, and he ends up falling asleep. and sometimes he snores and it's loud. Then I actually go in with my finger and really clean up the rest. Bada bang, bada boom. Also, for any of the people who have played The Last of Us, or just people who are watching the show, how are we doing? I can say as a video game player that after episode 2, this next episode, and the rest of the season, woo! Just you wait, guys. Shit's about to go down. Just so funny seeing all the reactions, because I'm like, honestly, they don't look that bad, but like, sometimes, see, this is what happens when I'm like, oh, they're like at a decent point, then I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna touch them up, and that's what actually fucks them up. This I can't fuck up. Okay? I can't. I used to do really thick eyeliner. And when I look back though, I'm like, damn, like that shit was sharp. I don't know why I can't do that now. But I do have hooded eyelids. Must be nice to not have that shit doing your makeup. Just to see if they look the same before I fill them in. Okay, so now that I did the eyeliner, sometimes I go darker, but I think I'm just gonna do this because I am running low on my liquid eyeliner, I think. And I could try and fix it up, but we know how that always ends up working out. This is also probably something that's expired, and it's the Roller Lash Benefit Mascara. For some reason though, this mascara works really nice on my small ass eyelashes. I need to get lash serum, that's why I be using falsies. Because there's some people where they're like, oh no, they're my real lashes. And I'm like, hey, I wish. They're beautiful though, okay? They're beautiful. I just put a little bit before I put falsies on, and I haven't been wearing lashes that like go all the way around my eye, like just doing individuals that go in the corner, or just like cutting my eyelashes that like go to here and down, like nothing like in the inside. Oh my god, did I get on my lid? Whatever. I do a lot of videos that I like watching and that like I know a lot of people love to watch on YouTube that are just lacking because everyone has this like fake persona that they use on YouTube, and it's like, no, we like watch people who are themselves, you know what I mean? Like, it's just more entertaining like that. And I think a good example of people who are making YouTube feel like YouTube again are the Caligari sisters. Or is it Caligaris or Caligaris sisters? They're entertaining. Like, I'm a fan of them. Like, I love how, one, they're so relatable, especially with their sister bond. I mean, they're a little bit more closer than my sisters and I. Like, we have our own like way of being close, you know what I mean? But just like their videos and their contents, like their videos are long enough, they're actually doing stuff that's entertaining, and it's just like them themselves, you know? They have a great aura and presence and personality, you know, to keep you watching. And I just also think their bond, you know, also they're just making YouTube come back, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know like who to watch anymore, like everything's just slacking, you know, nothing's really keeping my attention on YouTube. But then they show up and are popping off, and kudos to them. Like, you know, they're doing great things and they deserve it. I don't care what anyone says. Like, yes, they're pretty, but they actually know what they're doing, you know what I mean? So it's like, before they're like, oh, they're just pretty, that's all it is, and it's like, no, that's just a plus. But yeah, I love their videos, and I'm not gonna deny that. I love their videos, and they deserve the recognition and support that they're getting. I'm gonna make YouTube feel like YouTube again, and it's like being consistent and actually doing what you want to do, and bringing back videos that like shouldn't have stopped. I think there's just barely enough to like give it that decent amount. Malachi just jumped on my bed and is laying in my pillows. A lot of people think I'm good at makeup because I know how to put falsies on, even though it's like, girl, did I put this on the wrong fucking eye? As good as it's gonna get today. To the lips. So, oh, I need to sharpen this. She's holding on to her dear life. And then I am going in with this black eyeliner and just like putting in a little bit, because hear me out, you'll understand, okay? But yeah, I mix them in, makes a darker brown that I don't have. This NYX butter gloss. I love these butter glosses. This is actually my favorite shade. It's the Fortune Cookie shade. And you want to do that so it doesn't smudge when you're blending it in. Which I can't lie, I recently have been doing this. Eyebrows, for some reason, I could have went thinner, even though this is still my eyebrow shape. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes my eyebrows do look thinner and I like how they look. It doesn't look bad. This usually is what my everyday dark version makeup looks like. But again, I do sometimes go even darker with around my eyes and on my lips. But I think I'm just gonna keep it at this. Still love a good eyeliner moment and dark lip combo. It's one of my favorites, but yeah, I think we're good. I'm done thirsting. Sorry if that was cringe. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around. I very much appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of these videos, definitely let me know. Maybe possibly I'll do my everyday makeup look, just light version though. Just let me know down below. I'm trying to be comfy at the movie theater, so I'm going to be wearing this with the matching pants and probably just some kicks or whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing more of my content. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Remember to be easy on yourselves and stay positive. Other than that, you guys will see me very, very soon. Bye!